Ladies and gentlemen, Derek Chauvin is on his way to federal prison. Yes, he's going to Club Fed. So, do you know he was in solitary confinement all this time? They didn't even have him out in Gen Pop. So, that's where he wanted to go. In fact, he had requested, if many of you remember, when it was coming up for his trial for violating George Floyd's civil rights, he had requested to go to federal prison. Well, he's going now. So, former police officer Derek Chauvin is about to swap solitary confinement at Minnesota's only maximum security prison for an unknown future at a federal prison, despite his national notoriety for killing George Floyd. He'll probably be safer. Yeah, and Club Fed, yeah, he will be. Chauvin will be sentenced. He's already been sentenced, by the way. So, um, in U.S. District Court in St. Paul, after pleading guilty in December to federal civil rights charges. So, he was given 22 and a half years for his conviction in murdering George Floyd. His plea deal on the federal charges was for a sentence for 20 to 25 years for serving sentences concurrently in federal prison. So inmates qualify for parole earlier in the Minnesota prison system than they do in the federal system. So although his sentence will be longer, he'll be safer in federal prison, because if you remember when he first went to jail, he did see people in there that he had arrested. So they knew it was never going to be safe for him where he is presently. Well, he won't be there for long. So Chauvin will spend at least more years behind bars because he's going to federal prison than he would if he would just stay in state prison for his murder conviction alone. But it avoids a life sentence that he faced on the federal charges and gives him the potential for a safer environment with a bit more freedom. Wouldn't it be nice if George Floyd could be alive and be safe too? I'm just saying. Okay, Chauvin, who is white, killed Floyd by pinning the unarmed black man to the pavement with his knee for 9.5 minutes, despite Floyd's fading pleas and that he could not breathe. Floyd's killing was in May of 2020 and sparked worldwide protest. It sure did. I remember that. And forced a national reckoning over police brutality and racism, which hasn't absolutely have not changed. It's still going as strong as ever. We got Jalen Walker, who was gunned down, sick with 60 bullets riddled in him, and he was unarmed. So that still exists, and it's not going anywhere. For his own safety, Chauvin, 46, has been held in administrative segregation at the state's maximum security prison, Oak Park Heights. He's been largely confined to a 10 by 10-foot room, which he has been allowed to leave for an average of 1 hour a day for exercise. His attorney, Eric Nelson, wrote in a request for a 20-year sentence late last month that Chauvin will still spend much of his time in solitary confinement, largely for his own protection. So they're admitting they can't put him out there. Probably too many people that he arrested are still in there and they fear he may get them. I mean, they may get him. Um, so they're, I mean, come on, they had him in. I mean, think about this. When he got arrested, it was in 2020. He got out. If y'all remember, he bonded out. They wouldn't give up his location. And then he went back to prison. And they still are keeping him protected. It's because he's a cop. They wouldn't do that for anybody else. We all know that. Okay. So they're saying that Chauvin may never be placed in a prison's general population because of the risk of him becoming a target due to being a former police officer, the intense publicity surrounding his case. But outside experts said he'll probably mix with other inmates at some point. The federal system, the Bureau of Prison, describes where they send federal prisoners. Judges can make recommendations, but the decision about the inmate's final placement and the appropriate security level is up to the Bureau, which runs the prison across the country, ranging from low security camps to supermax for the most dangerous offenders. All right. So Nelson noted that Chauvin has been preliminarily diagnosed with heart damage and is therefore, like many ex law enforcement officers, at great risk of dying at a young age. Oh, well, now he's got heart problems and he's so fragile. Okay. But that is just one factor the Bureau could consider. Another is the length of his sentence. Experts speculate that he is likely to start at least a medium security facility. All right. So he's headed off to federal to do 25 years. And, he's going to be well protected there, just like he's been well protected in state prison all this time. And I don't know why he would go to a medium security prison. He's a dangerous person as far as I'm concerned. But y'all, please tell me what you think. He's still being coddled. I mean, he's still being very much coddled. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.